Free game. Free game shit, a whole lot of gang shit. It's your boy Free Game Griff, and I'm rocking with Passion TV.
Talk my shit.
You thought that was good, well wait till I go. You thought they brought the hood, I will wait till my show. We got weight on our backs in this Collabs. Free gang shit, a whole lot of gang shit.
What's up with you, man?
Happy to be here, bro.
Yes, sir. You doing alright?
Trying my hardest, get into a bag, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For those, you know, who are you?
Shit, I'm Free Game Griff. Free gang shit, a whole lot of gang shit. If you ain't headed to a bag, you on the wrong motherfucking way. If you ain't headed to your dreams, you doing the wrong motherfucking thing. Shit, rap a little bit, teach a little bit, ball a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I do what I can.
We'll get to that, man. But you know, we gotta start from the beginning, man. What was your childhood like growing up? And where are you from?
I'm from the Ag Town, South Side. And shit, I had a perfect childhood, really. It was great. So, damn, that's deep, bro. You cutting deep early. But yeah, I got two little brothers. I had mom and dad. Shit, big house. Shit, it was awesome house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, you the only child, or do you have siblings?
No, two little brothers. Two little brothers, Brian and Nick. And I had mom and dad in the house. Had family coming and staying with us sometimes. You know, just shit. It was like a TV show. It was like the Cosby. It was like motherfucking goddamn Will Smith and them. You know what I'm saying? Niggas come stay with us. It was cool.
Mm-hmm. Where you get your game from?
Shit, from my mom and them. You feel me?
Yeah.
Hold up, we need to pause the interview. That shit. I can see now that like this shit working. I'm growing. I'm getting a couple hundred subscribers, you know, every so often. But 2 years ago, I was at 400 subscribers, and I was just like, man, this shit lame. I ain't never gonna make it. But now I'm like, nigga, the finish line there. You close with the watch hours. You close with the subs. Like, you can make it. Just do what you gotta do. Drop your shit. But one thing you got over niggas is this shit right here is low cost. Like, you can shoot a million of these hoes, you know what I'm saying? Nigga like me gotta try to make a cool music video that nigga come out of pocket for that hoe.
What's your process like when you make the music video and stuff?
Shit, if the song fire, the video kind of already coming to me. And sometimes if the song is just like a song that I got with somebody or something, and I know like we gotta shoot a video, I might give it to them or give it to the director or whatever and let them come up with something. But I don't too much be tripping. As long as it's fire, as long as it's, you know, got some Ag Town elements or some unique elements that I feel like the viewers gonna fuck with, I let it ride.
Who you get your flow from, like? You know, who inspired you? I can't say that one person. Who inspired you?
I love J. Cole. That's my favorite rapper. I love Lil Wayne. But I was rapping like Currency for a long time. I was trying to rap like Currency for a long time because that was one of my favorite rappers when I first started rapping. And I really loved Tupac too before I was rapping, when I was just a kid. And Kanye. Love Kanye, even though, you know, with all the ups and downs, I love Kanye.
We can't turn on Ye though.
Cause in the grand scheme of things, like all the fuck ups that he do really is not that, like they really don't matter that much. Like, I'm trying to think of what's the worst thing he did. Was it?
Random
I guess the running the Trump shit was the worst. That was the worst shit he did, right?
Why don't you think it's a money play?
It is a money play. It for sure is a money play. And that's why I'm like, I ain't even looking at him so much, you know, with the negativity no more. Cause it's just like, fuck it, it's over, let it ride. Trump not gonna be the president no more, hopefully. Now, if he do this shit again, if you ride with Trump again when it come back around, then maybe we got to be like, come on, bro, what the fuck? You don't got enough cash, bro? Like, he was pressed at the time. And they was saving niggas too, I think. They was getting niggas free. They was freeing Kodak, they was freeing ASAP and all that shit. So
Kodak was crazy.
I don't know how they did it. I don't know what they shit was, but Trump found the right nigga with Kodak, freeing him, and was like, yeah, he's gonna be on my team.
You think they wiped the slate clean? Like, he's racist? He found the most, you know. He
definitely wiped the slate clean for a lot of ignorant motherfuckers. A lot of ignorant motherfuckers saw that and was like, he good with me.
Yeah. And then during, all right, let's talk about that, man. You are a current event guy. I see you always talking about current events. What was COVID like for you? And then what was your experience like going through that?
Whenever COVID was first about to hit, first of all, I had that hoe before it dropped. Exclusive, nigga. Had the exclusive COVID before it dropped in like January. that shit had hit me and my girl at the same time. We was both fucked up. And when I say I thought we was gonna die, we was in that hole both fighting for our life. And this is before people knew what COVID was. So I'm in that hole like, babe, I'm having an asthma attack. And she's like, well, what the fuck am I having? Because I don't got asthma, nigga. So really, like, nigga, we got some shit. We ain't end up going to the doctor or nothing. We just, it was like a week. We fought it or whatever. But then once the shit had started to, be on the news and shit, I was at school. We was teaching and shit. And I was like, nigga, I think this gonna be big. I think this really gonna be big. Then that shit kept coming and coming. And I was talking to my coworkers about it. I'm like, man, y'all seen that shit in China, man? I think that shit gonna be big, man. What y'all think? It's gonna be big. Talking about that like it's a movie. Like, man, I think that shit gonna be big. And then spring break had came, and after spring break, we didn't go back. They was like, stay at home. I was like, damn, bitch, this shit is real. Like, it's a wrap. Then once everybody started getting sick and all that shit, I was terrified. Like, nigga, I was very terrified. Nigga, go back and check the tweets. I was telling everybody mask up, stay in the house, quit playing. I got that coronavirus freestyle out, goddamn.
What like, how was school like? You a teacher though?
School, we had, once I got it and then I started seeing it on the news, I already was like, I was teaching PE at the time. I'm germexing all the kids when they come into PE, big ass germex. I'm telling them no more handshaking. We doing feet. This is before this shit is even a thing. We doing feet and shit. And the other teachers are like, this dude's such like so fucking jovial and fucking around. But then like that shit came to be that it was like, nigga, mask up. Fucking everybody putting before, nigga, when it wasn't. Do you remember when there wasn't no mask?
It wasn't.
Nigga, it wasn't no mask at one point. I was driving around real life not being able to find a mask, like, nigga, palms sweaty, like, nigga, what am I gonna do? Nigga, don't even got nowhere to go. But I'm just like, nigga, they saying we all need to be masked up. I don't got no mask. I don't know how to get no mask. This shit was hell. But once we got locked in, and you know what I'm saying, and that's, I guess, a double entendre. We got locked in, but we got locked in as well. Niggas started working out. Niggas started making music. You know what I'm saying? Niggas created a fucking T-Mobile circle of who you gonna fuck with during this time.
Hey, them garage parties. Them house parties, movie nights meant something special.
Hey, motherfuckers was like, all right, bro, we invite so-and-so? I don't know, bro. Nigga been doing a lot of moving around. But yeah, oh God, that shit was different, but like, I like lockdown. Besides all the people dying, I love lockdown, and I feel like our government could definitely do more shit like that, where it's like, hey, bro, get the people a week off, man.
Anybody close to you, like, almost checked out behind you?
No, thank God, nobody that I know, like, really closely died from COVID, but I do know people that died from COVID. Yeah, I do know people that died from COVID, and I do know people that had tough fights with COVID, got COVID. I myself got COVID like 3 times. So yeah, that shit ain't no hoe. And when niggas be acting like it's not real, I'll be like, so what the fuck is killing everybody?
Tell us how it was like, working, in the rap game during that. Does the show slow down? Do you feel like studios don't want to open? I'm already I'm not performing like a whole bunch and shit. I'm performing like at a real slow pace, but there definitely all the open mics and shit like that did shut down for the most part. But I had my own studio, so I was locked in. We was going crazy. We was really, I was really having to look at it from the business owner side of how much risk am I gonna put myself in front of to make a little bit of cash during this time. And nigga was spooked. Nigga wasn't really trying to do no sessions. Nigga wasn't really trying to have niggas smoking in that hole, blowing smoke all over the place and shit, smoking out all to make, you know what I'm saying, not a Billboard Top 100. You feel me? Motherfuckers be just at that point you just really gotta focus and lock in. Like, how many days do you lock in? What's your work process like?
Shit, when I'm rapping, when I moved my studio, so I moved my studio into my crib now. Like, I bought a garage unit and shit. I tricked the garage out. So I'm in there now. And I haven't recorded nothing in there yet. But when I was at my old spot, I pretty much was every day. I was every day, go in, smoke a little bit, drink a little bit, put something down. Now, whether I put down a verse, a hook, or I put down 6 songs, just depend on who come through, how I'm feeling, was it some mid, you know what I'm saying? All these important factors.
Yeah. You said, was it some mid?
Yeah, the gas was the gas in mid, because sometimes you smoking too much mid and you'll just be like, man, fuck this, bro. I'm not even vibing right now. But you know, if the shit loud and you excited, you fuck around, make 2 or 3 songs. But yeah, just having my own studio was really just helping me be self-sufficient. I'm grinding whenever I want. I'm just putting in work, and I'm not pressed to put in work when I buy studio time. You feel me? Like niggas pay. I've seen this so many times. Niggas will pay money. They pay $100 to go to the stew. Don't come prepared. And now they spending time while the clock is running, the time is ticking, trying to be like, all right, so what we gonna do? What beat we trying to hop on? What niggas going? You gonna go first? You gonna go first? Hold on, I think I got something. Hold on, I think I got something. Like, don't get me wrong. Making music like that works. But if you're on a time limit, if you're on a budget and all that shit, it doesn't work, especially if you're not professionals. So I done seen niggas waste time doing that type of shit all the time, and now I don't feel no type of pressure like that because it's all free. You feel me? I pay my rent and I do my thing.
So, whenever you handling this rap game, have you ever been approached disrespectfully and you know you better than that person?
Niggas don't really be disrespecting me that much.
Yeah.
People that know me, people that like, anybody that know me and shit, I don't be dealing with that because I'll be coming with respect. But I done had motherfuckers who I don't know from Adam disrespect me, and then, like I was saying earlier, you gotta decide, like, is you gonna walk up on a motherfucker in Texas in the middle of the summer, you know what I'm saying, not knowing exactly what the situation is, but just know that y'all had a shouting match, and you just gonna walk up to a nigga car to whoop ass, and it's like, I don't know. Nigga could be holding. So with that, you know, you got to play it smart. But with this rap shit, I can honestly say I haven't had no beef with no niggas.
I see that you got that second conscience. You know, you think before you do.
I done took some L's already. I done seen other niggas take L's. And at being a teacher, I get to witness this on a day-to-day basis of niggas being like, just nigga moments of like, this bitch looked at this bitch, and then now this bitch looking at that bitch. What you looking at? What you looking at? And now it's a fucking fight off of that. And I'm just like, what the fuck are y'all fighting about? Well, she looked at me, and I'm like, we all got eyes, bro. Sometimes people gonna be looking at each other. Everybody just chill. But you know what I'm saying? I can see a nigga moment from a mile away. Do my best not to be a part of it.
Do you think that's the basketball in you?
Shit, I don't know where I get that from, but I just have always been a kind of an old soul, mild mannered type of guy. So that I'm always looking at all the options and all the possibilities of how things could go.
So, you know, I want to actually get into that because I feel like you're a jack of all trades. You say rap, you know, you teach, you know, that's commanding, you know, titles, you know. Whenever you was an evangel, you know, how did you handle that game, the basketball game?
Man, honestly, first of all, even getting to evangel was like, I ain't gonna say luck, but how people say like it's not what you know, it's who you know. I really got there based off of just one of my partners. You know Donnie, Big Donnie.
Yeah.
Donnie was playing football up there, and he just told me he knew I had got into some shit in my last school. He knew I was leaving JUCO and shit. He was like, man, bro, if you still looking for a school, bro, I can ask the coach. Like, you know, they kind of cool with me and shit. They be asking me to play, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nigga, this not really how I know recruiting to work, but fuck it, bro. Like, let me know something. Called me back a few weeks later, like, bro, come to Springfield. Like, come up here. The coach gonna talk to you. The coach, blah, blah, blah. We got it set up. And they hooked me up. They laced me up. And I was there for 3 years, and I made shit shake. But at the end of the day, I learned a lot more off the court than I did, you know what I'm saying, with the basketball at Evangel. I ain't gonna say it was a lot of like prejudice and racist bullshit going on, but it was a lot of prejudice and racist bullshit going on.
You gotta talk about that, man, because a lot of people don't experience it firsthand.
Man, I'll tell you this, when I first got there, like the first week, I seen more Confederate flags than I had ever seen in my life. Like, saw so many Confederate flags that I had to re-question what that flag was. And I'm a smart nigga. I know my flags for the most part. But when I seen it so many times, I was like, is this also the Missouri state flag? And I just didn't know that. Like, why am I saying this so much? And it was just like, nah, bro, you in a different environment now, bro. Like, it's finna get real racist. And it did. It did progressively, and even the people around me, even the coaching staff, teachers, it seeped its way through into my life, and I really had to stay solid. Shit.
What was the worst experience you dealt with racism?
I can't call what the worst one was, but I'll say the most craziest one was I got into an argument with my coach, and I think JJ, the Vibrant.
Yeah.
He could testify to this because he was at this open gym. But we was at open gym in the summer, and somehow I guess I was telling them this. I was telling them like, man, I seen so many Confederate flags. It's racist. Yada yada yada. And our coach was like, the Confederate flag isn't racist. And I was like, well, what the fuck is it then? And he was like, the Confederate flag represents the South. And I'm like, the South was racist and fought for slavery. What are we talking about? This is in the middle of 505 open gym. We on the side doing this history argument. And the argument gets so heated to the point where the coach done revealed his father has a Confederate flag flying on his farm in Florida, and his father's not a racist. And then I say, hate to break it to you, buddy. If he's flying the flag, he's probably a racist. And that, you know what I'm saying? That was, and what's crazy is the coach that I was beefing or having that altercation with was actually like, you know how on the coaching staff, the coaches got their favorites and shit. I was one of his favorites, quote unquote, or I felt like he was my advocate, aside from the other coaches. But not being able to see all the possibilities of my actions, I burnt the bridge with the nigga based off calling his daddy a racist. never got any benefit from that nigga again. He never went to the head coach and was like, hey bro, put me in. That shit stopped after that.
So they can really play with your life like that.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely play with your livelihood. They play with your future. And what is fucked up is like you are beholden to so many different rules and regulations that you're not even realizing when you first agree, because you're so excited, you so want to be a part of this, you so want to ball, you so want to do whatever. You're not even realizing all this shit you signing up for or all this shit you signing away. You feel me? The rules at that school was no sex, you know what I'm saying, no weed, no girls in the room, church 33 times a semester. Like, I ain't hating on church, but church 33 times a semester is a lot to commit to, and a nigga like me wasn't using his full purview when I was agreeing to that shit. I'll say that. But somehow, God willing, I made it through, you know what I'm saying? Things worked out, but it was definitely a lot of obstacles. A lot of obstacles.
Especially being a black man in a small town like that.
Yeah,
you know, I'm from the South, I'm from Mobile, Alabama, and I was born here. You know what I mean? So these are one of the crazy, it runs concurrent. Texas and Alabama is known for that. You know what I mean? How did you know, what's a crazy situation you had to dig yourself out of? And you was like, damn.
Really Evangel in itself was one. That was one. And then getting on papers and going to jail and all that shit for a time when I was young, that shit was a tough spell to get out of too, because whenever it's a crazy thing about life. Whenever you going through some shit, or whenever you having a, you know what I'm saying, you having a spell and experience, you believe that you are that, and you are that at that time. But you gotta have a mentality that like you will also be something else one day. If you believe that you will be something else one day. But if you just believe that you are this and you will always be this, then the chances are you'll always be this. And I was a jailbird for a long, long time. And it took for me to really have to get in the mode of like deciding, you know what I'm saying, what I cared about, you know, what my passion was. And that's when I started doing the coaching. That's when I started really deciding like I'm gonna do this basketball shit on the other side and try to make a, you know what I'm saying, not a living, but just, you know, try to make a livelihood out of it so that everything isn't revolving around criminality.
That's crazy, because it's really like, how do you tell a younger person that might think they want to go to jail because they hear the stories?
I hope that there's not people out there like that, but I guess there are really impressionable people like that. But I don't know how you would get around telling somebody that, but besides letting them understand that, like, even though you might hear like one exciting story, like pissing and shitting in front of another man is never gonna be tight.
Yeah.
Bottom line, like, so once you get that one, that should be straight. And if you like to sleep, like in your own room, after that you should be straight too. And if you,
I mean, I love sleeping in my bed.
you feel me? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You like refrigerators, my nigga? Like, yeah, all that good shit. So yeah, nah, I would hope that the youth is not easily persuaded by things like stories or songs to make them think that like this is some shit they should do. But I know that music has the power to really, I don't know, like it transforms people's minds. It doesn't, they can't even take in this stuff that is being said the way that it's being said just because it's presented in such a, you know, it's so hip, it's so happening. They just like, God damn, nigga, shit banging. And in reality, it's like you taking in a whole bunch of bad fucking sentences. Just a series of bad sentences. If you read them on a book, you would be like, damn, this character is not the character I'm a root for. You know what I'm saying? But with music, we got the ability to kind of transcend that, and we can make the villain style shit look cool, and we can make the good guy shit look lame, and we lose on that sometimes. And
I'm glad you were able to lay that on the table, because a lot of people just don't know. They think this is a video game for real, like San Andreas. How do you go about like just? I'm so
glad that when I was a kid, my dad told me like it was right after he got me late registration, and I was listening to late registration. And I was crack music, nigga, that real black music, nigga, and he just turned that shit down. And he was like, "Hey man, you know this shit is fake, right?" And I was like, well, huh? Like, what are we getting at? I don't even know what you're talking about right now. He's like, this shit is fake. Just like that movie you watch, just like Martin is fake. You watch it on TV, you know they don't all really live in that apartment building. Just like Hey Arnold is a cartoon, this shit is fake. It's just fake. It's just like anything else that you see for entertainment. And I was like, all right, crank that shit back up, my nigga. Like, let that shit ride, okay? Like, I'm enjoying it even more now, knowing that it's like, oh, okay, like, this is not real at all. This is just, you know, this is for entertainment. But we don't have that in our community as much as we should. And I don't really know how to, you would think it would be better coming from the artist, but it's like, nah, bro, it's the parents. Like your parents. I'm not going to sit here and act like the artist is supposed to be the role models and shit. Like, if you a parent, you got a kid, you say you love them, you care about how their life gonna be and shit, you ain't gonna be able to keep them from bad shit, but you can be able to explain to them like, this is how you discern what is for you and what is just of the world, and you can enjoy if you want type shit.
So, you know, going forward, what's the projects you got coming up, man? Because you've been dropping tapes back to back.
I got an album that I'm trying to drop in the summer. I got like 5 or 6 songs put together and a whole bunch more beats. But I'm trying to have it ready for the summer. But I still got a lot of work to do. And this is the first album that I'm trying to really put like a little bit of my money behind, besides just the amateur hour type shit that I usually do. So
no, it sounds clear. Like,
I mean, on God, like the I do the best I can on the sounds, but I'm saying as far as like shit, my shit need to be on Say Cheese this time around. My shit need to be on, you feel me, like World Star Hip Hop. I'm trying to invest in myself the way that I would want to have invested in myself when I look back on this shit.
You know, speak that into existence, man. Sean Cotton, man.
Yeah. Sean Cotton, if you see this, fuck with me, bro. Fuck with me. My money good.
And I study Sean, man. He's the first guy to interview Arlington natives, and you know, the way he's progressing now is crazy.
Yeah, and that's the shit that I'm talking about. Like once you build that, you know what I'm saying, that snowball effect, that compound interest, this shit just gonna go crazy. It's just gonna get to that point where it's like, this is a machine now, and you know, it run itself. Like, it got enough. I got enough traction to where I don't have to get the people to want to see this. The people want to see this already. You know what I mean? I need more water though. Let me go get some water. Quick, nigga, get parched.
This to it type shit. You know, that's that childhood. So, what are your collabs that you want to get into? Who do you feel like working with, man?
Shit. I actually got a collab with my homegirl Kyla Renee, we dropping that soon. I'm trying to drop that before I drop my album. And that shit bang, that shit go crazy. But it's really some out of town people that I want to collab with. It's a dude that's in Nashville, Tennessee, named Chuck Indigo, that go real crazy. And I'm definitely trying to get a feature with him soon. And it's another dude that I just actually recently found that I'm trying to get a feature with. He from Fort Worth. His name is like Ozay or something like that. He be singing like on some. What he be on? He be on some hip hop Anthony Hamilton shit. That's it.
Hey, man, make you want to eat some cornbread, man.
Yeah, them two that's just fresh off the top of my head that I'm like, I told myself like I'm gonna try to do something to get some features with those guys.
So where do you see yourself 10 years from now, man? Your work ethic is crazy.
10 years from now, shit, how would that make me at 37? Fuck me. Hopefully, if I'm, whatever I'm doing it by choice, and I'm not doing it out of necessity. That's what I pray. And hopefully I'll have me at least one or two businesses, whether it be music business, whether it be nonprofit organization type shit, or whether it be real estate or something that I dabble in the future. Hopefully I just got something that kind of run itself by that time. Working is cool, but not working is way cooler. And I'm trying to just be able to survive in this world, earn and live without giving so much of my life. So hopefully in 10 years, I'll be able to have at least made me a plan that I know that by 50, we'll be done with all of this shit. But if the rap work out, I'll work forever. I could rap forever. And honestly, I could teach and coach basketball forever too, but they don't hit the same. You know what I'm saying? For 50 something bands, it don't hit the same. Now, if you're a millionaire doing your thing, coach. If I coach on a high level and I'm getting them M's or something, that'll change everything. But this rat race, I don't know how the adults did it for so long.
Now that I'm an adult now, I look up to my mom and dad. I think your parents did a good job by you.
They did. They did me well. They did my brothers well. And I'm forever grateful just that I was able to have so many experiences, because I see now being a teacher, and even growing up I knew too that I'll come back from summer and have 100 stories, and some niggas will come back from summer and just be like, man, shit, we went to Houston, we went to my grandma's house, we came back, and that be the summer. And I'm like, nigga, I went to Houston, I had a tournament, nigga, then we went to fucking Memphis, and then we went to goddamn Mexico with my family, and fucking we was trading and bartering, and then we went to the water park, and I'm just saying all this shit, and it's like, then I thought that was how my life was supposed to be, but now I realize no, you was really blessed. You got to live a life that a lot of people didn't get to live. And somebody at my job actually told me this recently. They was like, I was like, how you doing? And they was like, living another man's dream. And I just laughed at that shit at first, but then when I really broke it down real deep, I was like, shit, that shit hit different. It's always a nigga out there dreaming to be in the position that you're in. Not even working to be, dreaming. Nigga, this is his end all be all. He wishes that he could have a degree and a stable job and a fucking family that love him and yacht, and all the things that you have. But we'll be living it and be one so much more. And that shit had just fucked me up, and I'm just like, damn. You can appreciate this shit. This is somebody's whole dream. This is something that somebody is fighting their whole shit for, and you got it right now. So you can be grateful about it, and that is for sure just to be said about my childhood. That I'm sure there's millions and millions of kids that would have loved to have that type of childhood.
What does Free Game Griff do, to chill?
Roll one, light one. It's about it, man. I might watch me a little deaf comedy jam, deaf poetry jam. Shit. What else I be watching?
Bernie Mac.
Huh?
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac. I would watch Mana Mencia, Bernie Mac. I would put on Letterman. I would watch any comedy shit just as I think I'm a comedian, dog. So I'll be watching them like, oh, okay, I see what he did there. Okay, he did a little rule of 3 on that one. Okay, little callback. Okay, I like that. I like that little crowd work. I'm watching them really taking notes. Like, I love to watch comedy. I love to watch poetry because it's, you know, it's just like rapping. And also I'll be watching just crazy shit on YouTube too. I'll smoke a blunt and just watch like Karen videos for like 2 hours. I'm a fool with it. I'm not gonna cap, bro. I'm a nut. Dateline, to Catch a Predator. They got new ones. Yeah. They got new ones. 2022 Rogue, nigga. Not Chris Hansen, nigga. Just niggas like you and me with a camera. Yes, running around the streets, nigga, catching bad guys. Yes, nigga. It's a whole genre.
You gotta plug me in. I never knew that.
It's a nigga in Dallas that do it, bro. He be catching niggas at North Park. He be going crazy. He just caught a Skyline teacher. Yes, it's like that. It's like that.
Why do you feel like people just old and freaky and they just can't, you know, why can't you deal with a woman?
Bro, in all honesty, bro, I truly believe like the same way how there are some people that are like serial murderer type motherfuckers that like you could have never got their brain to make it make sense. They're the same type with that type of, you know what I'm saying, all that, you know, mischievous sexual bullshit. It's some motherfuckers who just like brain just wasn't connecting on that when they thought that shit was gonna be cool forever, and if you let them out they're gonna think that shit cool again on some shit. But in the videos they be catching all types of motherfuckers, so I'm not gonna say that every type of motherfucker be the, you know, the fucking serial killer, serial rapist type motherfucker. Some of them just be real life like mental illness and, you know, something wrong with this person, and y'all trapped them, caught them, and they just not, they shouldn't have a cell phone. It's really what this is really what we're finding out. That's what that's about. But yeah, I'll be smoking a blunt and getting on YouTube and just goddamn, if it come up, I'm gonna watch it for at least 5 minutes and hope it entertain me. And North Korea videos too. Fascinating. I've gotta watch
subtitles.
Not like North Korea movies and content, just like informational videos about North Korea. So like how they jails be, what they food, like niggas escaping, what they propaganda be like, how the people think of the leader. And some of them be like really like he a god. He don't shit. That's how they think of him.
You know, in they states, man, they got crazy things. He can say like nobody can have this haircut. Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, and that's the type. Like that's more of like one of the silly ones. But like the fact that he had that type of overwhelming power that like he could do something like that and just decide like this whole country need to move like this and nobody can go against the grain. We're not gonna vote on it. That's just what it is. It really is fascinating, and more so fascinating that it hasn't been running to the ground. I'll be waiting for it to get running to the ground, but a lot of people don't know this. Other like China, Russia, and I want to say even it's one more country over there. China, Russia, and one more kind of like bad guy country be getting North Korean workers. It might be Australia. Not to say Australia's are bad guys. They be neutral most of the time.
I be trying to look at that too.
But yeah, for sure, I know Russia be getting North Korean workers. Niggas come, work, don't get paid, send that money back to Big Kim. And then, yeah, do it like that.
They can cut off arms, all kind of crazy stuff. Do you feel like you blessed to live in America?
Trevor Noah said, being born in America is like going to the NBA. You basically have been selected in the NBA draft by being born in America, where you consider all the people born in lesser environments and conditions where there's, you know what I'm saying, extreme poverty or extreme goddamn dictatorships. So, yeah.
Have you ever looked at like the richest jails? Looks like apartments.
I seen Switzerland, I think, or the Netherlands, either Switzerland or Netherlands, one of them places like that. Got some real, Sweden maybe. It's Sweden. They got some real like, what do you call it?
Real relaxed,
real liberal type jails, to where it's just like you go in and you wear your regular clothes and you got a nice kitchen. It's like they stay in this hoe. Like they stay in some shit like this, dead ass, and they just, you know what I'm saying, oh, this is where I cook my dinner. I'm studying fucking microeconomics, and in the morning I'm gonna do my anatomy, and it's like college. So yeah, that shit tight. That shit tight. Like for people that shit tight. For people that's like literally all the niggas that we know that had been to jail, goddamn, for stealing, drugs, all that type of shit. Anything that wasn't shooting a nigga should have been in that type of situation when they went to jail. And if they had been to that situation when they went to jail, the chances of them going back would have been extremely low. But most of our niggas, when they go to jail, they go in the county, you know what I'm saying, they stack up, they try to get their money right, they try to, you know what I'm saying, live it up a little bit, and goddamn, you just waste your time, and you just get out. You know, you eat some soups, you have some fun, and you just wait until you get out. Play a little basketball, shoot a little dice, dominoes, I don't fucking know. But nobody's really in there, like, getting their associates out of these county jails and these fucking, you know what I'm saying, I ain't talking about prison, but I'm talking about when a nigga go down that road for 6 months, a nigga go down that road for 1 year. Niggas not coming back with shit. Niggas just coming back with like, I ain't getting in trouble in jail that whole time. Okay, good job, bro. Not gonna go back. Good. But if we had a nigga in there on some, even if it wasn't so much as like college, but it was like, nigga, you just learn how to weld. Like, all y'all niggas just came out this hole with whether you wanted to or not, welders, nigga. You could go sell drugs again, nigga, but you a welder too, nigga. And we gonna know when you come back to court, nigga, like, why you didn't go weld? Nah, I just want to be in the trap. Like, nah, give niggas options, and I fuck with that. So any nigga that's not serial rapist, serial killer, even if you only murked one nigga, put him in the program.
A righteous kill.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He did a moment, or even if it's a whole fucked up ass kill, but it's like, nigga, I don't even want to see you down for 30 years. Because I'm like, nigga, the United States and North Korea, I guess, and maybe China, are like some of the only places that lock a nigga up for that long. Most places, especially in Europe, like the max you can get is 20. It's crazy, but
no matter what.
Like the max you can get be 20, or like maybe 25 with some enhancements or something. But like they really be having limits to that shit. Here, nigga can get 1,000 years.
How do you feel about the kid that got off? Do you feel like the judicial system is still
Rittenhouse?
Rittenhouse.
That shit a joke. Rich people and white people play in our face all the time, and we can't do. I mean, we can protest and shit, but we can't do that much about it. We see that type of shit happen all the time. Fucking, he killed one nigga and shot 2 more people, right? Was that the
dude was wrestling, somebody came and hit him, like punched him or something, and he got off with 2 kills.
Did he kill 2 people?
He killed 2 Caucasian people.
Okay, he killed 2 people. I seen a nigga named Y&R Mookie go to prison for 10 years for not killing no people, but just for being a felon with firearms. And he just got them 10 years recently. And that's the type of shit that don't be adding up, where it's like, okay, you could violate your probation for some, you know what I'm saying, some minor with a firearm. Not supposed to have it, but Kyle Rittenhouse minor with a firearm. But, you know what I'm saying, black, white, and goddamn, then once you on the probation and shit, when you violating some more shit for the music video, not for shooting a nigga, not for getting caught, but for doing the music video and saying we got props, you get 10 years at Rittenhouse off 2 niggas and don't get no years. And not only do we not get no years, he got a career. He don't got to do nothing else. He can ride the wave of that. This nigga was.
He went on tour.
He went on tour, and this nigga was getting offers to be the aide of Congress people. Like Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene was offering like, hey, come work for us, come be a part of our clan.
It's crazy. But then it's like, do you feel like it doesn't surprise you no more?
It always is surprising because like it always reaches new heights. Like when a cop kill a nigga, then you be like, all right, yeah, I expected that. Then like a cop kill a woman in her house, and you be like, I wasn't really expecting that. Then it'd be like a female cop kill a nigga in his house, and then you be like, oh damn, I wasn't really expecting that. Then it'd be like a white kid killed 2 white people, then get off. You be like, oh shit, I wasn't really expecting that. And then it's like, it's gonna always keep evolving to where it's just like, shit, it's always can get crazier. It always get weirder. All of these motherfuckers can go to the Capitol and try to go in. You feel me? Like it can always get crazier. So at some point we gotta nip this shit in the bud. Somebody's gotta decide like, okay, white people could go to jail too, white people could be terrorists too. Y'all niggas is obviously fucking up. But the game sliders is on for them niggas, and at some point soon, maybe in the next 50 years, the game sliders won't be on for them niggas no more. And I just hope that they don't all like have terrible lives. I just hope that they could come down normally.
You just said the game sliders?
The game sliders is on for these niggas.
That went over my head.
No, on God. But yeah, one day in the near future, they won't be the, you know what I'm saying, the upper echelon of society. They just gonna be another race of people. They not gonna be in power like they was. And I just hope we could just have a nice, happy state. I hope niggas don't try to roll reversal the bitch and start locking crackers up or doing nothing crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? But just, you know, at some point we can get to...
I was watching Atlanta and like they had to pay the people who own their grandparents.
I stopped watching Atlanta, so I can't even get into it. I don't even know exactly what you're talking about.
What would you do though if you know...
You talking about reparations? Nigga, yes. I'm pro reparations. I got shirts that say reparations on them, nigga. I ain't wear it today, but I wore it yesterday, nigga. White shirt with green on it, and the S is a money sign, nigga.
What would you do in that situation, though, if they came in and was like, hey, we have this person. She's related to the person that used to own your grandparents. She has to pay you, like, child support. You know what I mean? What if they had a system set up where you can give the yay or nay? Would you do it?
I would give it a hell yay. With a smile. I'll be Mrs. Holden. Nice to meet you after all these years. Like, nah, if I can only imagine what that shit would actually be like. But in all seriousness, I'm pro reparations for black people. We got fucked the hardest in America, and we was the last niggas to receive reparations. Shit ain't adding up. The Native Americans got reparations. The fucking Japanese got reparations. It's niggas' turn now, baby. And people act like the niggas gonna buy a Cadillac, niggas gonna try to...
Why you worry about what we buying?
Fuck it! Like, fuck it, bro. If a nigga go buy a Cadillac, fuck it. It doesn't matter, bro. It literally doesn't matter. Like, do not... If anybody bring up reparations and then immediately after a nigga try to bring up, well, niggas not gonna know what to spend the money on. Fuck that nigga. Like, fuck him. Don't hang out with him, because that nigga's a mark.
Yeah, even if he go run it up.
Bro, whether you run it up, whether you trick it all off, it's yours, nigga. It's yours.
Yes.
And we don't get so much, niggas ain't gonna be able to trick it off. That's how much they owe me.
I honestly think we wouldn't trip.
What you mean?
Like, the violence would be no violence.
If they did that?
If everybody was balling.
100%. 100%, bro. Are you familiar with Andrew Yang?
Yes, the investor with the Bitcoin guy.
Shit, I don't really even know like what he was doing before he ran for president, but this nigga had ran for president whenever Biden and them was doing it. But he was trying to do UBI, Universal Basic Income. Everybody get $1,000 a month. As long as you ain't in jail, as long as you above 18, a ban.
Just on the strength?
First of the month, nigga, bam.
Just on the strength?
Boom, right there in your pocket. Because, just like you said, if everybody had some paper, we would cut a lot of the bullshit out. A lot of people would have somewhere to stay if they just had a little bit of paper. Like, niggas is working and homeless. You feel me? So it's like that homeless nigga that's working, if they had an extra band, they for sure would have an apartment now. You feel me? Like, they would have an apartment and they would have a job and they would be able to have a okay life. And they wouldn't be on the street right in front of places like this where a nigga in here will be like, I don't want all those homeless people by my damn building. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so that's the type of way that we get that shit from happening. And then also think about niggas that we know. When we was between 18 and 21, most niggas were doing crimes for less than $400. Niggas was doing crimes for Jordans. Like, niggas was doing crimes for an ounce. Niggas will pull a gun on you for an ounce of weed. Like, if you was getting a ban every month, I mean, I guess, yeah, you could say, well, what about the people that try to steal everybody's bands? Niggas would be running around trying to... I guess, yeah, there will be some of those, and we could put them in jail. But the majority of people will take their money and either trick it or flip it and be happy as motherfucker, and their life will be better because of it. So, like, that's you exactly right. Like, nigga, if everybody was balling, we wouldn't have the bullshit. And it ain't even got to be balling. It just got to be able to eat. Don't got to piss outside. Somewhere to wash my ass. Game changer performance.
The necessity.
You know what I'm saying? And now we will see a whole different shift in how much people we lock up, the reasons that we lock people up, even the statistics of education and shit. I want to say, I'm gonna make this number up, but like there's like maybe 30 or I don't know. It's a large ass number, but a whole bunch of kids are homeless. in school, in public school. So it's like all of them kids right there are probably underperforming. If them niggas had something to eat at nighttime, somewhere to stay, somewhere to do their homework, automatically getting them up to par. You know what I'm saying? So it's tenfold. It crosses over on every fucking thing, from the cleanliness to the streets to how good the kids are doing to fucking goddamn just every single thing.
Kids, how do you feel about that? You know, quote unquote free lunch that they giving kids, man.
I'm with it. I'm pro free lunch. I'm not with exploiting people that have to be somewhere.
Yeah.
You feel me? If it's against the law for me, not to go, then I shouldn't be forced to purchase a whole bunch of shit once I get there. The breakfast should be free, the lunch should be free. If you keep me at the 5, the dinner should be free.
I'm talking about in schools. They still holding back that too. Like they accounts and stuff.
Yeah, no. But it's because most of everything really is run by, you know what I'm saying, companies. They got Pepsi and what's the other one? Not Nesquik. It's another company like that do snacks and shit.
I know Nestle, isn't it?
Nestle, yeah, something like that. But all of these motherfucking people, they make the school lunch. It don't got Pepsi on it, it don't got Nestle on it, it don't got whatever on it, but they make that pork and beans bullshit and flip it to the school and goddamn make a good penny off of it. So they are incentivized to keep that shit and lobby for that shit to not be able to happen. And it's fucked up because you're doing it to the kids, but it's like people done lived in that type of society so long that we think like it's normal to make little kids pay for their lunch, and if they don't have lunch, then just be fucking hungry.
You feel like they training us?
Yeah, for sure.
Like for the real world?
Not for the real world, but they're training us to be the type of civilians that they want. Like, we want some workers. Like, they definitely are doing that. That's how school was designed in the first place. Like, we trying to get we want them to go from this to some factory workers seamlessly. How can we do it? And they're like, shit, well, first of all, we got to keep them in there from 9 to 5. Then we got to keep them in there all day, get them used to it. So yeah, they definitely trying to get niggas ready for the workforce, but I don't know necessarily they're getting people ready for the workforce of tomorrow. I don't see it. I teach at a junior high, so I can't speak on, you know, the preparation of the older kids, but I don't feel like the kids are as prepared as we were coming out.
So, you know, where can the people find you, man?
Free Game Griff on everything. Free Game Griff on Insta. Free Game Griff on Twitter. Free Game Griff on Twitch. Free Game Griff on goddamn, everything.
You got the link tree.
I got the link tree. Link tree in my bio, man. Come on, rock with me, man. And I got Spotify just hooked me up with my own playlist. This is Griff. So tap in with the This is Griff playlist, and shit, album on the way.
I love that the album you put with Tope and X, man.
Oh yeah.
That make me smile, man.
Yeah, that shit was playing right there with that. And what's crazy is it came together so flawlessly because he had just came to the studio just to record a song, and he was like, he was recording this shit, and he was just like, man, bro, you want to hop on this? And I was like, shit, bro, I mean, I could probably do something, bro. So I'm going to start doing a little rap, and that shit was going a little hard. He was like, all right, bro, we record that shit fast. He was like, damn, bro, that was fast. Like, we done knocked that shit out. Then Tope must have been like, shit, I got some more. We started running through them bitches.
A machine.
Oh, God, we started running through them bitches, and then, shit, after maybe 2 or 3 sessions, shit, we had us a little tape. And shout out to Chris Sellers. Chris Sellers did the artwork on that.
Shout out Chris Sellers over there at Discovery, man.
Yeah, that shit was fire. He did a good job on that.
How do you, like, what inspired that cover? That was like Death Row.
Yeah, that was Death Row. Shit, that was X. X had came up with that. And when I seen it, I was like, yeah, that's fire. That's definitely fire.
He was West Coast Nipsey.
Yeah, I don't be down for the remakes too much, but when you do it the right way, you definitely you kill it. And especially if it's not if enough time has passed, then you flip it and do a little remake and, you know, turn it up. I think we hit that up.
Is Free Game the label?
Yeah, Free Game the label. But shit, if anything major come up, you know what I'm saying, I'm always willing to make some shit shake.
We need to get you in some events, man, like some neo soul events. I feel like you got that vibe, and I feel like you could really just.
Yeah, I've been trying to get my live band shit together. My live band flow and my live band performance, I've been trying to get that shit right, because once you get you a live band set, you really become way more versatile as far as the venues and shit. Now you can really you can command a real price by saying like, yo, we do this for this long, and I don't just rap, you feel me? We singing, we got the guitar, you know what I'm saying? We'll do chill, low key music, you feel me? We'll do the background noise if y'all want. We'll cover something. So I'm definitely looking into trying to get that live band stuff together, but everything's a process, and as much as a nigga wish he could do everything by himself, it ain't no one man bands. It ain't none. You need a squad, you need a team, and shit. Yeah, that's where it's at.
I look forward to your future endeavors, man, and we gonna be with you at Passion TV. We gonna be with you along the way.
Hell yeah, man. Passion TV on the rise. I already know y'all gonna go up and up some more. I'm trying to get my next one. You feel me? Once I drop the album, shit, we can make something shake.
We can for sure do that.
Yeah, shit, bro. You doing your thing, man. I appreciate you.
We can for sure do that, man. Free Game Griff, man.
Free gang shit, a whole lot of gang shit. If you ain't headed to a bag, you going the wrong motherfucking way. If you ain't headed to your dreams, you doing the wrong motherfucking thing.
Crazy thing